Hello and welcome to Quill.org. In today's Student-Centered Best Practices video, we'll be looking at the Quill replay feature, how to find it from your dashboard, how the feature works, and best practices for using and getting the most out of the replay feature. The first thing we'll be discussing is how to find that replay button on your student dashboard. To get to your student dashboard, log in to Quill.org. Then, click into your class section from your classes page. From there, go to your completed activities section and you'll see a replay button next to all of your completed independent practice activities. Independent practice activities refer to our Quill Grammar, Quill Connect, and Quill Proofreader activities. The replay button will not show up next to any completed diagnostics, since those are not graded activities, and similarly, there is no opportunity for replay on a teacher-led Quill lesson, since those are also not graded activities on Quill. Otherwise, however, you will always see a replay button next to any independent practice activity on Quill that you've previously completed. Now that you know where to find the replay button, the next aspect of Quill replay that we'll be looking at is how it works. To replay an activity, simply click the replay button to the right of the activity in question that you'd like to play through again, in this case, our Compound Subjects 1 activity. Clicking that replay button will bring you into a new session of the activity that you can play through again at your own pace. Something to note here is that while you can still save and exit the activity to save your progress, since the activity is already completed, it will stay in your completed activities section as opposed to displaying as an in-progress activity. In other words, if we had started replaying a different activity, like since because 1 starter right here, and then had paused to finish that replay attempt later, Quill will still save our place. We'll just have to be sure to go back to our completed activities section and click replay to resume our work. And then as we can see, our place is still saved. Once you've finished replaying an activity, your score on that activity will update accordingly. Since Quill believes in a growth mindset when it comes to learning, any improvement in your score on a replay attempt will become the main grade for that activity. For instance, if we were to finish replaying that since because 1 starter activity and score a higher proficiency level on the replay attempt than we had initially, our student dashboard would automatically update to move the grade from the yellow nearly proficient to the green proficient score. Additionally, your teacher's dashboard would also update as well to reflect your new grade for that activity. If you did score worse on the replay attempt than you did on the initial attempt, don't worry, your score will not update. Quill accepts the highest scoring attempt as the main grade for any activity. This brings us to the final aspect of our Quill replay video, best practice tips for using Quill replay. As we were discussing, replay can be a great opportunity to improve your score on any activity you've completed previously. With this in mind, we recommend our go for green mentality. You can use that replay option to improve upon any activities that you didn't score a green proficient on your first time around, until either your dashboard looks like this one, or until as many of your Quill activities as possible have been upgraded to green. Besides being able to improve your score, you will also be improving at the skill and grammar concept you're practicing each time you replay an activity through what's known as retrieval practice. Each time you replay an activity, your brain will be recalling that grammar concept, like since and because in this case, and reinforcing both the concept and how it works. The last and arguably most important best practice tip around Quill replay is to check in with your teacher. Different teachers may have different approaches to how they factor your replay attempts into their grading. So before using the replay feature to start improving your scores and reinforcing your learning, do check in with your teacher to make sure using the replay attempt fits in with their curriculum and grading. Thank you for joining me today. As always, if you have any questions or need any technical help, please feel free to reach out to us at hello@Quill.org.